Good evening, and welcome to the 57th Annual Commencement Ceremony at Governor Livingston High School. I ask you to join me in welcoming our Board of Education members and district administrators, escorted by the Governor Livingston Bagpipers. From Central Office and the Board of Education, Mrs. Judith Ratner, Mr. Scott McKinney, Mr. Doug Reinstein, Mr. Bill Cassano, Mr. Robert Ciansuli, Mr. Gerard Crisonino, Mrs. Helen Kirsch, Ms. Christine Riley, Mr. Dennis Smalley, Ms. Jean Parker, Mrs. Donna Fellozola. Also, please welcome our building principals, directors, and supervisors. Mr. Robert Nixon, Mrs. Tara Oliveira, Mr. Larry Side, Mrs. Ashley Janasco, Ms. Ann Clifton, Mr. Michael Scara, Ms. Michelle Gardner, Mr. Frank Geiger, Mrs. Grace Acosta, Ms. Patty Gasparini, Mr. John Moriso, Mrs. Jessica Nardi, Mrs. Ann Corley Hand, Mr. James Finley, Mr. Stephen Hopkins, Mr. Kevin Mora, Ms. Lori Scott, and Mr. Drew Ziobro.
Mrs. Ratner, Mr. McKinney, Board of Education members, members of the Town Council, parents, family, friends, faculty, and guests. I welcome you all to the Governor Livingston High School graduation program and would like to ask you to please rise and direct your attention to the flagpole by the rock, where Kean Monahan will place the ceremonial claymore into the rock. The students will then be led onto the field by the senior class advisors, Mrs. Mirabella and Ms. DeNoia. Graduates, please remain standing, and guests, please rise. And please remain standing as Timothy Donahue will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. He will be joined by Maya LaSalle, who will sign. Then, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by the Governor Livingston Choir.
Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Oh, it's bad. That's on video too. Yeah, I know.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the
Sorry about that. Won't happen again.
Please be seated. At this time, please welcome Senior Class President Merrill Schaefer, who will present the gift to school.
On behalf of the class of 2017, I would like to present the senior class gift, a check for $2,000 that will be donated to the Governor Livingston PTO in support of the Cool the School initiative. It is our hope that with this check, the PTO will get closer to their goal of providing air conditioning in every classroom in the school. Over the past 4 years at Governor Livingston High School, we have learned much and grown considerably. Class of 2017, I just want to say, I know for a fact that all of us are destined for greatness, as long as we stay positive and passionate and true to ourselves. My personal message to the class of 2017 is that we should release our positive energy wherever we go. It's the one energy that should never, ever be conserved. Congratulations, class of 2017, and thank you to everyone that helped us get here today. Finally, as we say goodbye to Governor Livingston, the class of 2017 offers a special goodbye to our retiring staff members. Mr. Joseph Hubert, Mrs. Linda Deegan, Mr. Stephen Petrozelli, and Miss Ann Watson. We thank them for making Governor Livingston a special place and wish them a long, happy, and healthy retirement. Thank you.
Thank you, Merrill. Please welcome back Timothy Donahue, who will present the commencement address for the class of 2017.
Welcome, Mrs. Ratner, Mr. McKinney, Mr. Nixon, Mrs. Oliveira, Mr. Side, members of the Board of Education, parents, classmates, and board younger siblings. The Governor Livingston High School student body has the mantra of burn the ships. For all still unfamiliar with why we are shouting, burn the ships, it comes from Captain Cortez arriving in North America in the year 1519. Some of Cortez's sailors and soldiers were, surprise, scared of being stranded on an unfamiliar continent, and felt comforted by the fact that if anything went wrong, Cortez's ships were always sitting on the shore, waiting to sail back to Europe. Cortez saw this safety net as an excuse for quitting, so quite literally, he ordered to physically burn his ships, their only way back to Europe, into ashes and dust. The only way to succeed was to look forward. Screaming burn the ships is our very own Highlander way of saying there is no going back. There is no going back, class of 2017. Our days of hitting that 2048 tile are over. No more trying to figure out which printers are on in the IMC. No more Friday Night Lights, or King of Heart talent shows, or spring musicals, or Moody's Mega Math challenges. No more fire drill miracles to allot you that extra time on your tests. And at least from personal experience, there's no more accidentally referring to your teacher as mom and then awkwardly trying to walk it off. There is no going back, class of 2017. But we should never shy away from cherishing our memories, accomplishments, and friendships from the years when this school was truly our school. Noted philosopher Betty White once said, "The older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana." Considering none of us are bananas, or at least I hope not, I think it is safe to say we all experience personal growth. Growth comes from life throwing you curveballs. And unless you're Dan Baroff with 2 outs and a sectional championship on the line, he deserves it, yeah. Or one of our county-winning softball players, sometimes, yeah, they deserve an applause too, give them one. Sometimes your swing will miss. Our class of 2017 has a work ethic that, just like this quote, is about constantly improving and bettering yourselves. Our cast of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat endlessly rehearsed and danced to constantly improve their show to a point where I literally asked myself how they literally didn't break a leg while preparing. Governor Livingston's St. Baldrick's fundraisers have been shaving more heads than ever and have raised over $27,000 over the past 3 years for cancer research. Our marching band's dynasty has continued with winning regionals in the past 2 years. And both our boys and girls swim teams became conference champions this winter and can be seen swimming on the pool on our roof. I like that, do you? 7 black belts, 8 Eagle Scouts, 3 soon-to-be Gold Award winners. Our boys track team won states. Our environmental club added refillable water bottle stations and a brand new rain garden. Our music department now has its very first and quite impressive symphony orchestra. And who could forget that during our sophomore year, our football team beat our rival, New Providence, on our Thanksgiving Day football game. And as we hear every day at GL, excellence is what we repeatedly do. So we decided to do it again and again to have the very first and only three-peat in GL versus New Providence history. Think about it this way. Half of all of Governor Livingston's football wins against New Providence ever happened with our grade. Our grade, our class of 2017. And I'm barely breaking the surface of what our class of 2017 has done. Adam Cantor is an actor who went on the professional tour with the Radio City Rockettes Christmas Spectacular and now will be appearing in a Netflix movie. Lindsey Gerardo scored over 1,000 points in GL basketball and did it only shooting 2s. Chaz DeAngelis is an entrepreneur who started his own haircutting business called Basement Barbers and has given over 1,000 haircuts. And who could forget that Nicole Segolini is our hometown hero who volunteers in the Berkeley Heights Rescue Squad, who was the quote-unquote catcher in an emergency childbirth situation. If this had happened any earlier, Nicole Segolini would have had the most perfect college essay ever. And our class of 2017 students are constantly improving, enjoying life, and finding their own niche to be the best. Brace yourselves, it's about to get sappy. We are truly one big 283-person family. We have each other's backs. Despite us having to burn the ships and move on to what's next in our lives, moving on to what is next after high school doesn't mean we cannot treasure all the memories we shared together up on this hill. We should treasure those wild bar mitzvahs and sweet 16s, the bad haircuts, the memories of learning how to drive, and as I can see from the back parking lot, many of us are still learning. The first relationships and breakups, the get back togethers, the break up again, but this time it's real. The cool secret handshakes, the drawing on the whiteboard when the teacher isn't looking, the putting socks on your windowsill for good luck while waiting for our beloved Superintendent, Mrs. Ratner, or Judy, to notify us of a snow day. The last names substitute teachers can never really learn how to pronounce. Mukhtar's and Retish have come to mind. That time you sang, "We are the champions" on the bus ride home from a nail-biting victory. The text group chats that wake you up, and maybe your parents too, in the middle of the night. The classes you worked really hard in for that A, or maybe just a C. The best friends you'll never forget. We are leaving this all behind to start something new and something fresh in someplace new. But that something new has been built on the foundations and friendships Governor Livingston has given us. I cannot wait to see what all of my classmates do next with their talents, their ambitions, and their lives. Class of 2017, you are truly the best and my favorite. The opportunities are waiting to be seized, so let's seize them. In everything we do, let's make Judy proud. Don't be a banana, and like Hernando Cortez, look forward to what is next, but please don't forget about the time that you called Governor Livingston your home. Burn the ships wherever you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tim. It's a hard speech to follow. I'm going to give it a go. Parents, friends, families, Board of Education members, faculty, administration, and honored guests. Welcome to the 57th Governor Livingston High School Commencement Ceremony. Tonight we honor our 2017 graduates and award them diplomas for meeting the standards established by the state of New Jersey and our Board of Education. It is a special occasion because our students have far exceeded these requirements and expectations during their time together in our schools. Tonight, we are able to celebrate all that our seniors have already accomplished in their young lives, and at the same time, look forward with great anticipation as we send these young men and women into the world. I would like everybody to take one final opportunity to take in this beautiful setting. In his retirement speech, former longtime GL teacher and coach, Joe Hubert, referred to Governor Livingston High School as Mount Olympus, our beloved school on the hill. And we lost the page. Going to. Is well revered by all. So when taking one last look at this track, I can't help but compare a track meet to the experience that these students have had over the past 4 years. For those of you who have attended track meets, you know they take a long time to complete but have many exciting events, much like a student's school career. There are times when the action is fast and you find yourself struggling just to keep up with the pace. There are also times that feel like a slow grind where your determination is tested, much like a distance race. Track meets involve jumping hurdles, pole vaulting, high jumping, or throwing heavy objects. Inevitably, you have found yourself jumping to great heights and testing the limits of what you thought was achievable. No matter the obstacles or barriers that you have found in your way, you have cleared them, and that is why you find yourself here before us this evening. This was a special year for this group of Highlanders. Like the greatest track athletes do at the end of meets, many of them found themselves being honored and recognized for great achievements. This past spring alone, our varsity softball team won the Union County Championship. The varsity baseball team was sectional champions, earning the first #1 state ranking in school history. Not to be outdone, the boys track and field team won their first ever Group 2 state championship, and 2 of our young ladies took first place at the Meet of Champions. Academically, Governor Livingston students took a staggering 749 advanced placement tests this past spring. And that's not to say there wasn't great success over the rest of the school year. Our boys and girls swim teams won sectional championships. Our theater department put on 2 creative and entertaining performances in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat and The Odd Couple. Our Model UN Club won Best Large Delegation at a conference in Bergen County. And our percussion workshop for deaf and hard of hearing was awarded Innovations in Special Education by the New Jersey School Boards Association. This graduating class truly enjoyed success in all phases of our programming. You clearly were ready for the challenges that high school presented for you, but are you prepared for what's next? For much of my adult life, I've enjoyed meaningful, inspirational quotes. It was something that was lost on me as a young person. Life is moving fast, and at that age, you never stop to consider the significance or meaning behind them. John Wooden, the great UCLA basketball coach, had many tremendous quotes. 2 of my favorites are, "Things turn out best for people who make the best of the way things turn out." He also said, "Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are." While those 2 quotes are sure to make you pause and think, my favorite is one I received earlier in my career when I was an athletic director. I was sent an inspirational quote in the mail from the Towson University football staff. It was a quote by Muhammad Ali. It said, "The fight is won or lost far away from witnesses, behind the lines, in the gym, and out there on the road, long before I dance under those lights." That quote has always stuck with me. What was his point? Preparation. It seems so simple, yet is so true and so significant. The more prepared you are, the more successful you will be. Think about how you have performed on final exams, AP tests, in a big game, or in a class presentation. Undoubtedly, your greatest successes have come when you were the most prepared. Preparation is not always easy, and it often comes as the result of hours of hard work. As a graduate student, I read the book titled Leadership by Rudy Giuliani. As you know, Rudy Giuliani is the former mayor of New York City. His book, which has a lot of great anecdotes, is broken down by concepts through chapters. And there was a chapter in the book called Prepare Relentlessly. That's when the whole concept of preparation struck me. Your ability to be successful, your ability to navigate through challenging situations, your ability to show grit in the face of difficulty is greatly increased when you are as prepared as possible to accept any challenges that come your way. So students, I challenge you to ask yourself, how prepared are you? I know that Governor Livingston High School has presented you with great challenges, academic, extracurricular, athletic, or social. We have given you exposure to the experiences that you need to prepare to handle the next phase of your life. What will you do with that preparation? Are you ready for what's next? I'm here to tell you that you are prepared. You are ready to pass the baton on to the next generation of Highlanders and clear any hurdles that come your way in the coming years. I have every confidence that when you are ready to stand on the winner's podium in life, your name will be called. Never stop working. Never give up on your dreams. Push through the hard times until those dreams become a reality. Congratulations to the class of 2017. Make us proud. At this time, please direct your attention to the Governor Livingston Concert Choir and ASL Signers, who will be performing Bridge Over Troubled Water.
When you're down and out, when you're on the street, my Lord, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when times get rough and pain is all around,
Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water,
I will lay me down.
I'll be your bridge on troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge on troubled water. I will lay me down.
Sail on, silver girl. Sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you ever need a friend, look around, I'm sailing right behind.
Like a bridge over troubled
Thank you for sharing that wonderful music selection as well as your talents with us. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Judy Ratner, our Superintendent of Schools.
Good evening. I am so delighted to be sharing this special evening with all of you. I have two messages that I would like to share. First of all, I would like to address the parents and grandparents of our graduates. It is hard to believe that the interval of time between diapers and diplomas could be so short, because there is oh so much to remember. I'm sure it seems like only yesterday that your child would climb on your lap with their favorite book, and in that toddler talk, say, read. Remember that nervous feeling you had sending them off to school for the very first time? Do you recall the excitement of their first dance, the joy of their first romance, and the tears of their first heartbreak? And how about prom day, and how grown up they looked? Your job was to get them ready for the next stage of their lives. And I don't mind saying, while looking out over this fine group of graduates, parents and grandparents, you've done a phenomenal job. Harding Carter said, there are only two lasting bequests we can hope to give our children. One of these is roots, the other wings. Seniors, this is your last official activity as a GL student. But before you move on, I would like to share a few thoughts with you. I'm going to borrow Chapter 7 title of Peele's classic work, The Power of Positive Thinking. Expect the best and get it. Now, don't be confused by the word best. Let me provide some context. We can't always be the best, but we can always do our best. So what I am talking about is our best, your best, and not necessarily the best. The other important word in the title is expect. You already know that life is all about expecting and expectations. Think about it. You are expecting to be a state champ. Oh, cross that one off the list. Your parents were expecting you to get an A in English. You expected to get into the college of your choice. In each of these instances, creating the expectation was the very first step toward the successful achievement of a goal. And it is an extremely crucial step. Without expectation, very little can be accomplished. I am sure you also know that if your expectation has no effort behind it, if you do not have a plan or course of action, then your expectation will ring hollow and become merely a wish. Let me give you an example of an expectation that was supported with a plan. In his book, Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do, author Robert Schuller tells the story of how his daughter, Carol, was seriously injured in an accident. Her injuries were so serious that she had to have her leg amputated below the knee. Her positive attitude carried her through some really tough days. She returned to her family and school life with the same zest for living that she had always had. One of Carol's great loves was playing softball. She shocked her dad the summer after her accident by announcing that she had planned to sign up for softball. Even though she could barely walk, he did not want to discourage her, so he said, "That's a great plan." The next day, he took his daughter to sign-ups. As she sat in the car with her jersey, socks, and cap on her lap, he asked her, "How do you expect to play softball if you can't even run?" Without hesitation, she responded, "Dad, I got it all figured out. When you hit home runs, you don't have to run." Now that is putting a plan behind expectation. Of all the important things you will do in life, none will be more defining than that of determining your expectations. For instance, do you expect to be wealthy, a scholar, a researcher, a world traveler, a business owner, happy and healthy, to have a large family and many friends, or perhaps a combination of all these things. You're probably wondering, how can I accomplish that? Well, you will need to make decisions regarding which expectations you should pursue in your life. This will require you to make some important choices. As you embark upon the most important juggling performance of your life, choose wisely so that you can live a happy and healthy life. And remember, how you invest your time will always be extremely important. Your success in life won't be assured just because of your expectations and your commitment of time. Another important ingredient is necessary: your personal qualities and attributes. The ones you choose to develop and refine will play an incredibly important role in your expecting the best and getting it. Motivational speaker Patrick O'Dooley addresses hundreds of audiences every year and asks the question, what constitutes a winner in life? Over the years, he's kept lists of winning qualities, and he looked and discovered that the #1 ranked quality that people believe makes a person a winner in life is positive attitude. It is interesting to note that none of the winning qualities has anything to do with physical or mental ability. Therefore, an individual has complete control over whether or not he or she will be a winner in life. To reinforce this point, I want to share a quote from former President Ronald Reagan. He said, "When life gets tough and the crisis is undeniably at hand, when we must in an instant look inward for strength of character to see us through, we will find nothing inside ourselves that we have not already put there." Continue to dedicate some of your time to develop and refine your personal qualities. I want to end with a story to give you some perspective. It's a story about a very kind and loving wise man who was consequently much loved by the people. In the same country, there was a prince who hated this wise man. He saw the wise man as taking from him the love of the people. One day, the prince said to his followers, "I have a plan whereby I can discredit the wise man, a way in which I can make him appear to be a fool." Each day, the wise man goes to the marketplace where he speaks to the people, and he gives them advice. "Tomorrow, I will go to the square disguised as a peasant. In my hand, I will hold a white dove. When the crowd has gathered, I shall raise my voice above the crowd and pose a simple question to the wise man. The dove which I hold in my hand, is it alive or dead?" Now, while this appears a simple question, it is not. For if he says it is dead, then I will open my hand and let the bird fly away. If he says it is alive, I will crush the bird in my hand and let it fall to the ground. Either way, he will appear to have made a mistake. It will appear that he cannot even tell the difference between a living and a dead bird. Either way, he will be discredited in the eyes of the people and lose their love. Well, the next day came, the prince disguised himself and went to the marketplace. He made his way to the front of the crowd and raised his voice. "Wise man," he shouted, "I would ask you a simple question. This dove which I hold in my hands, is it dead or alive?" The crowd grew quiet, and all eyes turned toward the wise man. The wise man paused, looked at the prince, and said, "That which you hold in your hands, it is what you make of it. And so it is with your life. It will be what you make of it." Members of the class of 2017, always remember, expect the best. I know you will get it. On behalf of the entire Governor Livingston High School community, I wish to each of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of others, the love of your family, and continued success. May the future be yours. Here's the really important part of the ceremony. It is now my distinct privilege to affirm the recommendation of the faculty of Governor Livingston High School and the endorsement of the Principal Robert Nixon, certifying that the students seated before us have met all of the requirements of the Berkeley Heights Board of Education and the State of New Jersey for the conference of the state-endorsed high school diploma with all its rights and privileges. It is my pleasure to now introduce Berkeley Heights Board of Education President, Mr. Doug Reinstein. Mr. Reinstein.
Just take your book out.
I will. I now present the 2017 graduates of Governor Livingston High School for the award of their diplomas.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the class of 2017. Over the last couple of weeks, I've had a chance to attend several of your award ceremonies, and I know firsthand how distinguished this class truly is, whether it's in the classroom, on the stage, or on the ball field. Let today's high school graduation be just one small step on your life's journey. Let it take you on whatever path you choose. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, we wish you the best of luck in whatever you set your sights on, and our suggestion is to aim high. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Reinstein. At this time, I would like to ask Timothy Donahue and Merrill Schaefer to come to the podium so that they may read the names of our graduates.
Keen Monahan. Samantha Nicole Fowler. William Kuzmano. Sandra Manfreda. Daniel Kramer. Brian Rubenstein. Nia Narang. Kevin Keegan. Killian Quinn. Samuel Mustashi. Andrew Oliveira. Danielle Neary. Maya Rosemary LaSalle. Alyssa Joanne McNulty. Caitlin Nicole Mahan. Alexis Ramos. Lauren Boyd. Riley Jankowski. David J. Colfer. Michael A. Ballman. Alexis Marzula. Madeline Forrester. Eileen Lee. Catherine Pedini. Christian Rinaldi. Alexandra Buckley. Sophie Friedman. Andrew Rosenthal. Shane Maurer. Kate O'Donnell. Manuel Anthony Mello. Amanda McElroy. Nicole Parisi. Jonathan Paul Longo. Lewis Cantor. Devin Hope Milligan. Nicole McGovern. Christopher M. McGowan. Caitlin Patricia Debbie. Brianna Rose Blishock. Alyssa Megson. Sebastian Cassou. Leah Safey. Amanda Johnson. Sienna Coolez. Ryan Glenn. Yep, one more. I'm gonna do one more. Jamie Diamond.
William Pensick. Jenna Rabaska. Alana Namit. Jillian Matruder. Lara Romano. Alyssa C. Hammer. Andrew Del Duca. Boren Q. Ashlyn Roth. Ria A. Doria. Alton Grossman. Jonathan Wong. Daniel Tomlinson. Christine Pacheco. Catherine Buono. Joshua Mirabella. Abigail Tumulty. Jason Colden. Ian Tumulty. Alexandria Budka. Michael Kerr. Daniel Baroff. Vincent Michael Doran. Turner Haddad. Andrew Aguilera. Lindsay Dorado. Matthew J. Nixon. John T. Kolendensky. Zachary A. Goldman. Catherine Green. Nicholas Grimes. Brendan Sequeira. Jillian C. Carinante. Jack Grassi. Lauren Nicole Tawa. Gregory Federico. Samuel G. Messler. Isabel Matlin. Jamie R. Hibberson. Adam Cantor. Trevor M. Rittman. Alexandra J. Waller. Alexandra Palumbo. Justin A. Taveras. Emily A. Broda. Matthew J. Rice. Mira Savage. Thomas Abusada. Sean Savage. Three more. Thomas Payton. Jessica Parada. Isabella M. Zerla.
Anthony John Santagate. Christopher P. Garrigan. Nikos Mukhtaris. Brendan M. Wojak. Natalie Petrick. James Barrett Cavallero. Danielle Petrick. Johanna Mesa Solera. Christopher Jackieback. Madison A. Phillips. Declan Feely. Brandon Matthew Purgai. Callie Elizabeth Lawrence. Keith Dinkle. Christopher Friedlander. Dominique Salazar. Marcella Umana. Joseph B. Rosenkrantz. Alejandra Rodriguez. Hannah Probst. Pamela Cray. Robert Monroy. Jonathan Carlo. James Raymond. Aaron Savino. Michael J. Parada. Gregory Franzo. Courtney I. Mayer. Carmine Nicholas Chiaffi. Jacob Zomper. Sean Hannaford. Caitlin Tomich. Anna Dirt-Sikowski. Dylan J. Fiorenza. Sarah Beagle. Patrick McNamara. Paige Irvin. Rebecca Chen. Lucas Yeckel. Catherine Elizabeth Kabur. Ashley R. Kathari. Nathan Ratishev. Isabella Wemmett. Cole J. Snyder. Austin Liu. Jake G. Snyder. Alexa Brooke Cercelli. Connor N. McGlue. Amanda C. Christopher Batone. Emily Rollet. Thomas Jackasitz.
Devin Bodnarock. Christine Drobish. Nicole Martingano. Timothy Brantover. Thomas Bernier. Stephanie O. Felipe. Bryant Cardona. Austin Wang. David Q. Lunn. Shannon Siska. Douglas Anderson. Michael Wu. Andrew Owen Fitzsimmons. Ariana Solfaro. Ryan Butkus. Darian E. Gomez. Zachary Froman. Timothy Crick. Nicole Segalini. Garrett Horwath. Veronica P. Cardiellos. Alexander B. Wu. Catherine Donfield. Chandler Morgan Mers. Maya Sternberg. Jenna Marie Atanasio. Karen M. Boyle. J.P. Guerin. Emily Kiernan. Christopher S. Ferragamo. Alexander Hansen. Jordan Dreisbach. Joshua Sveiberg. Catherine Lazaro. Jessica Hopkins. Alec Duswalt. Ashlyn Shalcross. Abigail Long. CJ Happ. Calogero Croce. Marvin Steller. Amanda Quinn. Paige Collins. Jace Tweeton. Charlie A. Heckle. Jake Buckles. Evan Wallace. Michael Lamera. Ava Manganello. Matthew Sylvester. Eli Manganello. David Wayne Powers. Mark Belts. You're totally good. Matthew A. Hoy. You're totally right. Sorry.
Taylor Pitt.
Sorry, Ken.
Okay. Benjamin Collins. Caitlin Sergio. Megan Cranston. Ethan Fong. Avni Bandari. Michael Fogarty. Elena Schwartz. Austin Alfaro. Alex E. Friedenberg. Michael Herman. Thomas Barbera. Megan Place. Helena Hatami. I got you. Gianna Meggins. Kaylee C. Montero. Elizabeth L. Schwartz. Michael Halal Jr. Eric Spala. Brian Biscadores. Caitlin Richel. That's really good. Amanda Skidmore. Samuel Gordon. Nicholas G. Cochia. Dylan Tomchak. Michelle Haramoto. Elizabeth Morabito. Rory S. McQuillan. Andrew Hong. Jared Mandiel. Jessica Kelly. Jessica Wood. Kayla Lorero. William T. Nicholson. Matthew Zarelli. That's good. Krithi Sikaran. Hannah N. Pennington. Christian A. Duran. Michael Santa Maria. Michelle Alexandra Cisneros. Nicole Treza. That's funny. Billy Buteau. Connor J. Sotosanti. Daniel R. Vargas. Nolan Dindiel. Hannah Way. Tyler Stapleton. Giancarlo Santoro. Stephanie A. Rhodes. Peter Ellis.
Abigail Kepner. Ian McLean. Chaz W. DeAngelis. Rebecca Padavano. Thomas Greenwald. Connor Lawrence Fletcher. Sophia Mangiello. Emily Simone. Leonardo Campana. Alec Nardone. William Alexander Radcliffe. Anthony Pasalacqua. Jack Daniel Sullivan. Christopher S. McLaughlin. Varun Iyer. Trent Hartwig. Timothy Stein. Max Cohen. Alice Lee.
Merrill Schaefer. Timothy Donahue. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here this evening to celebrate our graduation. On behalf of Mrs. Ratner, the Board of Education, and the faculty of Governor Livingston High School, I would like to congratulate the 2017 graduates of Governor Livingston High School. One more round of applause.